Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies. That's the Vidcast. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the late upload. I have been very, very, very busy the past couple of days, obviously, as you could tell. I'm sure some of you may have thought that I wasn't even going to make the video at all. That's not true. I'm still trying to make time to make these videos, and I think we sit right now at the time of this video, we sit 24 hours before 20 minutes. It's 24 hours, 20 minutes before game time. So, again, I apologize for such a late upload. I really, really do. Couldn't make the video late last night because I had to go to work the next morning. Obviously, I couldn't make the video in the morning because I had to go to work until 11, and I had to go on the road and travel all afternoon. I spent time with family, talked, and I didn't really have that much time today. I've been very, very busy the past couple of days, but now I have some time, so here we go. So the Phillies won yesterday, 4-2 against the Chicago Cubs. Nice way to start a three-game series. Against a Cubs team that has been pretty good this year. They're, obviously leading their division, and they're a very good team. So it's nice to, start the series off on the right foot and, get it with a win. So tonight we will have Aaron Nola against Cole Hamels, and that's the first time Cole Hamels will return to Philadelphia as an opposing player. He will be on the mound for Chicago tonight. So let's look at the game summary here. Scott Kingery hit a sacrifice fly to left, almost off the yard. I was in the bottom of the third. JT Realmuto came around to score. It's now 1-0 Philly. Then Baez hit a sacrifice fly to left. Castellanos came around to score, and it's now tied up at 1. And in the bottom of the fifth inning, yet again, JT Realmuto hit a solo home run, the 16th of the year. Went to right center. I feel like I've been to maybe 6 or 7 games this year, and I've seen JT hit 4 home runs. So JT always seems to do well when I'm at the game. And I tell you, all of his home runs that I've seen are to right field. So that's really cool. So he has the ability to hit the ball to all fields. So that is his 16th of the year. It's now 2-1 Phillies. And then Nick Castellanos hit a line drive home run to left to carry out of the ballpark. That was in the top of the 6th inning. And it's now tied up at 2 again. Then JT Realmuto doubled to left. Andrew Knapp came around to score. Andrew Knapp led off the inning with a single, and it was a nice way to get him in. It's now 3-2 Phillies. I was fired up about it. I was really happy, standing up at my seat, doing this and that. Then I left actually at the end of the 7th inning, and then Roman Quinn tripled to center field. Rodriguez came around the score. It's now 4-2 Phillies, and the Phillies would go on to win by that score, 4-2. Your final score. As obviously the Phillies made a coaching change yesterday. I did not have any time to talk about this. We will talk about it in a little bit. So just wait a second. Bryce Harper went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Bryce Harper, I think he's only gotten, I've been to, like I said, 7 games this year, and I think he's only gotten 2 hits. So he's been a terrible player whenever I'm at the game. I talk to my buddies, they're always oh yeah, Harper jacked a home run. I'm like, dude, I'm so jealous. Rhys Hoskins 0 for 4 or 4 strikeouts. I mean, he's leading off tonight. I mean, how stupid is our manager? He's another one needs to go. He needs, what? Our manager needs to go next. He should be the next one who should go. JT 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. He's been really good this year. Gene Segura, you just can't hit with runners in scoring position. Gene Segura 2 for 3. Scott Kingery 1 for 3 with a walk. Not with a walk. 2 strikeouts and an RBI. Corey Dickerson 0 for 2 left the game. He's hurt. Hit off his hand. Sean Rodriguez 0 for 2 with a run scored, 1 strikeout. Cesar Hernandez 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Roman Quinn 2 for 4, 2 strikeouts, 1 RBI. Jason Vargas 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Andrew Knapp 1 for 1 with a run scored. Brad Miller 0 for 1. So let's take a look at the pitching in this one. Jason Vargas had a pretty good game. He went 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Obviously, the home run, Nicholas Castellanos. Parker pitched an inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Moore pitched an inning, clean inning. Hector Neris pitched an inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and he was able to get the save. 4-2 your final score. The Phillies win for score. I think they hit 282, or I think they hit 283 as a team last night. And they win the first game of this 3-game set against Chicago. So very nice way to start off this 3-game series. Obviously, a lot of moves have been made over the past 24 hours, whether that's injuries, coaching, or whatever. So a lot of blockbuster news has been going on around the league. Before we talk about it, I want to talk about Jason Vargas. He had a very decent start. He's probably our second best starting pitcher in our rotation, believe it or not. Aaron Nola's obviously the best, but Jason Vargas ain't, obviously he's not anywhere close to Aaron Nola, but this just goes to show you how bad our rotation is, guys. The fact that Jason Vargas is your second best pitcher in the rotation is really saying something. That's really, really sad. I'm sorry. So now there's going to be a lot of more pressure on this rotation after an injury that just went down today. We found out about. Obviously, it was a nagging injury, and we'll talk about that right now. So let's talk about the two things that I think everyone wants to hear about this video. First of all, the Phillies fired hitting coach John Maley. It's about time. I do not want to celebrate people getting fired, but this is the right move. And Matt Klentak, he finally pulled the trigger, and he needed to do it, and it needed to be done. And I don't want to say I feel bad for his family, and, obviously I feel bad for him. I mean, he tried his best. Even Bryce Harper was talking about it. He said, he went in and tried his best. I'm going to really miss him, hate to see him go. But he said, I support the organization's decision, and, I stand behind them. And he was a terrible hitting coach. Let's just look at it from pure business standpoint. John Maley was not a good hitting coach. His approach was terrible. Reese Hoskins and Bryce Harper are both going to be, I think, better hitters now that John Maley is out of here. Will it have that much impact on Harper? I'm not too sure. Harper's, had a lot of hitting coaches with Washington, and he's, they went through a lot of managers when he was with Washington. They had like Davey Johnson, Matt Williams, Dusty Baker, Davey Martinez. They had so many managers when he was with the Nats. A lot of different new coaches, and so like he I don't think the hitting coach. I don't think Charlie Manuel. We'll talk about it in a second. I don't think he's really going to have that much impact on Bryce. I mean, he might because we obviously won the World Series, but the Phillies. I just hinted to it. Obviously, everyone knows, but the Phillies hired Charlie Manuel to be their new hitting coach. The rest of the year, it's not going to be long term. It's not going to go into 2020 season. Matt Klentak even alluded to that. But getting back to that John Maley thing, Matt Klentak, I think he finally just got the guts to make the move. I tell you this, he's just not a good GM. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I could just see Matt Klentak sitting there, and he's thinking like, oh my gosh, I gotta fire this guy. Oh my god. I'm really sorry, John. I'm really sorry to tell you this, but please just don't get mad at me. You're fired, okay? Oh my gosh. Like he's just like, it's probably not how he said it, but like Matt Klentak, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, Matt Klentak is kind of a weak GM. I don't want to say he's weak, but I don't know. I don't know. That's just how I envision that firing going down. So he fires John Maley, hires Charlie Manuel, and he's going to be hitting coach the rest of the season. Even Matt Klentak said that he alluded to it. He said not going to be long term, simply just the rest of the year, the next 7 weeks of the season. So it's not going to be long term. And he'll be gone at the end of the year. But I definitely think this is going to be a good thing for this team. It's going to be really good. I mean, I think it's going to change the approach. And you having a guy in that dugout who has seen success. He led this team to 2 World Series appearances. He led this team to a World Series championship in 2008. He led this team to, I believe, like 5 straight playoff appearances: 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. And 2011. So, this is really going to be a good thing for this Phillies team. Yeah, 5 straight playoff appearances. And, this is a good voice to have in that clubhouse. I mean, you think that, obviously, if you're Gabe Kapler sitting there, you got Charlie Manuel looking over your shoulder. I mean, what's that got to be for Gabe Kapler? I mean, he's a bum. And even Alex Rodriguez, he said, I do not like the way Gabe Kapler manages. Even A-Rod was even saying it on Sunday Night Baseball. I just saw that today. I didn't even hear him even say that. Someone just posted about it. And it's true, because Gabe Kapler does not know how to manage a baseball team. And I'm hoping that Charlie Manuel will kind of step it up here. Like, he'll be kind of like the leader behind the scenes, saying, come on, boys, pick it up, let's go, start hitting. Not like John Maley, who had a horrible approach to the game. And I'm so happy to see him gone. I really am. Like I said, I do not want to celebrate people getting fired. But I tell you this right now, I'm not going to miss John Maley at all. I can say that. And I really, 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 really like the hiring of Charlie Manuel. I think it's really good for this Phillies team to have it's not really new because he's been in this organization before. He knows how to play in this city. He knows the mentality. He knows the city. So I think this is by far probably our best coach on this coaching staff right now is by far Charlie Manuel. And people are saying maybe bring him back in the offseason, maybe hire him as the manager. I really don't know how likely that is. Would I love it to happen? Absolutely. Because Charlie Manuel is a hell of a lot better than Gabe Kapler. But as I said, it's got to be a little uneasy for Gabe Kapler. He's got Charlie Manuel, a guy who's had so much success in the Phillies uniform as a manager, who led this team to 5 straight playoff appearances, 2 World Series appearances, and a World Series championship. You got this guy looking over your shoulder. It's not that – you guys know what I'm alluding to, right? It's got to be a little bit, it's going to be a little weird for Gabe Kapler, right? It's got to put more pressure on him. And that's why I think Manuel might step up a little bit and kind of be that leader. And I definitely think that those two are going to talk a lot about what moves to make. And will they, maybe butt heads a little bit? Maybe. I'm not too sure. So I like that move. So let's talk about this next move. Jake Arrieta, likely done for the season. That bone spur, we knew he couldn't last forever. He's finally got to that point where he can't just pitch through it anymore. He tried to tough it out. But he's done, and he even kind of said, he's like, I'm done. I want to stay here next year. Unfortunately, oh my gosh, why can't he just got that and get out of here? I'm not too sure, because he's just terrible. We're still paying him an insanity amount of money. Just gives me a headache just thinking about it. How much money we owe him? Oh my goodness gracious! So we owe him a ton of money. We owe him $25 million the past 2 years, and we signed him to a 3-year, $75 million deal. So next year he's going to get another 25. He'd be probably the dumbest person to opt out of that contract, because you would take a less offer and less money. It wouldn't make any sense. So he's not opting out. So unfortunately, we all wish that he would, but he's not. So it's obviously. But anyway. If I were him, I'd obviously opt that out, because he's going to lose a lot of money. Why he's not going to get 25 plus million anywhere else. Come on, let's just be realistic here. That's not even worth mentioning. It's not even worth mentioning. So he wants to stay here the rest of the year, but next year. But that bone spur just finally ran its course, and he's been placed in a 10-day IL. He's done for the year. And a lot of people are celebrating this injury, saying it's good. I don't think so. I don't like this. This is bad. There are other guys you could throw out there who are better than. Obviously, I don't want to see any player get injured, but I'm like, this doesn't really hurt. When you have Jared Eichhoff, who just got placed on the 60-day IL, he sucks anyway, so he's gone for the rest of the year. You have Zach Eflin, who is not good at all, and he's in the bullpen. That was a disaster. So, and you also have Nick Pivetta, disaster. Who else are you going to put in that rotation? Why are people celebrating this? I don't understand it. Why this is good. I think this is very bad. This puts a lot more pressure on the rotation. And listen, I know I knocked Jake Arrieta a lot, but good, props to him, because he fought through it. He tried his best. Even though he doesn't put up the best results, I'm going to defend Jake here, and I'm going to be nice to him. He tried his best. And I'm really, really happy that he pushed through it and he persevered. That's what a true team is supposed to do. If you're going to talk smack about your team, then I expect that kind of attitude. And guess what? He did it this time. Does he do it all the time? No. But this scenario, he did. He toughed it out. He tried to get through it. He's going to just do permanent damage to his arm if he goes any further, right? So, you have to do what you have to do. And he'll be back out next year. But he had a similar injury in 2012. And, that's, he's going to have that same surgery again. Looks like he's going to have surgery. So he is done for the season, ladies and gentlemen. So the Phillies have recalled first baseman Logan Morrison from AAA. I like that move a lot. He's going to add some depth on this bench. We also transferred Jared Eichhoff to the 60-day injured list. But I liked Logan Morrison on the bench. I think it's going to be very good. It's going to add depth. He's a power hitter. I like this move a lot. One of my good friends is, he's been on the show before. Joe, he's a big Logan Morrison guy. So I'm sure I was talking to him today. He's very excited about having him on the bench. Next time he comes on, we'll talk about it. I don't know when Joe's going to come on again. But, he's going to the game tonight. So anyway, I'm at the shore right now. I'm not home, obviously. So that's why, like I said, I was traveling all day. So, I apologize. Once again, I'm sorry for such a late upload yet again. This is the past couple of days now. I'm really, really apologize about that, guys. The Phillies won 4-2 against the Chicago Cubs last night. So let's Look at tonight. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies, and for the Chicago Cubs, it is Cole Hamels, former Philly, obviously former Phillies legend, pretty much. So, guys, that is pretty much it. The game starts in 10 minutes. So, I hope you all guys go watch that game. So, I'm going to be watching it, obviously. Will there be a video tonight? I'm not too sure. I might put something on my Instagram story. I don't tweet really that much. Only when I tweet is when I make a new video. So I'll probably put something on my story. Check Instagram and see. I don't know. It'll be at least up tomorrow morning. I promise you guys, it will not be past like 10. Okay, so it's gonna be up tomorrow morning. But again, I'm really sorry about this, guys. That I didn't. This video is like really late. So I don't know how many views I'm going to get on it. So I appreciate all the support, guys. Please smash the like on this video. Please tell your friends about these videos. Please, I'm asking you guys, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please subscribe. Turn on that notification bell as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. The Phillies won last night 4-2 against the Chicago Cubs, and they will take them on in 10 minutes, 7:05, the first pitch. Hamels against Nola. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Luke, and let's go Phillies. Talk to you guys later.